One of the most popular times of year for families to go to Walt Disney World is during spring break. And if you're heading there this year, we have all the insider tips, tricks, and everything you need to know to stay one step ahead of everyone else in the parks. That way, your Disney spring break trip is truly unforgettable. Up next. Welcome aboard, everyone. I'm Don B from Eat Sleep Disney. And every year between March and April, the Walt Disney World parks fill up with crowds excited to escape the cold winters of the north and enjoy a trip to the most magical place on earth. So how do you avoid all the spring break woes? Well, we cover it all in this video. Lots of reasons why families plan to visit Disney World for spring break. And you shouldn't let the threat of large crowds stop you from planning your trip as well. There are still a lot of benefits to planning a trip during this time of year. Spring is a great time to visit Walt Disney World because the weather is mild and comfortable. The temperatures are typically not too hot, and there's usually a nice breeze in the air, so you can enjoy the parks without feeling like you're going to melt in the sun. During spring break, Disney World typically extends its park hours as well. This gives you more time to take in all the rides, attractions, and shows. This also means that you can get more done in a day and make the most of your vacation. Disney World always has something special going on, but during spring break, there are even more events to enjoy. For some, the timing of a Disney World trip over spring break is really what sells it. With schools out for spring break for a full week, or even longer in some cases, the convenience of not having to miss a day of class to take a family vacation can be one of the biggest reasons families visit during this time of year. As we mentioned, if you're planning a trip to Disney World during spring break, you're in for a treat. There are a lot of special events and activities taking place. One of the most popular events that lines up with spring break every year is the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. This festival is a must-see for anyone who loves the spring and food. The entire park gets decked out in flower displays and topiaries that are designed entirely out of plants to look like your favorite Disney characters. Plus, the World Showcase fills up with food booths that serve up unique farm fresh eats and drinks. The festival is included with your park admission, so you don't have to worry about budgeting extra. And if you want some time at Magic Kingdom or Disney's Hollywood Studios without the crowds, you're in luck over spring break. Disney After Hours events take place at both parks on select nights in March and April. That gives you an extra 2 hours to enjoy all the rides and attractions without long wait times. Plus, you can even score free drinks and snacks at select snack locations. Just keep in mind that these events are an additional cost on top of your daily park admission, with prices ranging from $155 to $185 per person, and these are limited capacity, so they do tend to sell out. So we suggest booking in advance. Now, Disney World is a popular destination all year round, but during spring break, the crowds can be overwhelming. Luckily, you don't have to suffer. With a little planning and some of our insider knowledge, you can make the most of your time at the parks. Here are some things to keep in mind. 1. Arrive early. Getting to the parks early is one of the best ways to avoid the crowds. The first few hours of the day are typically the least busy, so plan to arrive at the park about 30 to 45 minutes before it opens. This will give you enough time to get through security and be one of the first people in the park. Speaking of getting to the parks early, guests staying at any Walt Disney World Resort hotel can take advantage of early theme park entry. This perk allows you to enter any of the 4 theme parks 30 minutes before they open every day of the week. So you'll be able to ride some of the most popular attractions with little to no wait time. And if you're staying at a Disney Deluxe Resort or a Villa, you can also take advantage of extended evening theme park hours. This perk gives you an extra 2 hours in select parks on select nights of the week. Usually, Magic Kingdom and Epcot participate in these extended evening theme park hours. While the Disney hotel prices are a bit higher over spring break, the extra time in the parks can give you a huge advantage and make the additional costs worth it. If you are worried about long wait times, you should consider purchasing Lightning Lane Multipass or Lightning Lane Single Passes. These are paid services, but they let you bypass the standby line using Lightning Lanes during a 1-hour return window you select. And while it can be costly, we found that it's well worth the price if you're trying to accomplish a lot during your spring break trip, and they're most beneficial in our experience in Disney's Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom. Just keep in mind that Lightning Lane selections can sell out and often do over spring break. So be sure to purchase it early in the day if you plan to use it. Disney World hotel guests can purchase Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, Lightning Lane Single Passes, and Lightning Lane Premier Passes up to 7 days before they check in, and day guests can purchase up to 3 days prior to their trip. With high crowd levels and long wait times, doing everything in Disney World over spring break isn't always possible. So we recommend creating a list of your top must-see attractions to help you plan your days and walk away from your trip feeling you've accomplished everything you wanted. Keep in mind, brand new for 2025, those who are staying at a Walt Disney World resort also get free admission to a Walt Disney World water park on their day of their arrival. There is no additional cost for this benefit, so we recommend arriving early on that first day and hitting up Blizzard Beach to make the most of your time in Walt Disney World. Then you can hit the parks afterwards. Also, Disney just announced some changes to its virtual queue system, which will be starting at the end of February, right in time for spring break. Now, both Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind will no longer offer a virtual queue. That's right, those popular attractions are going back to a standard standby line. So we suspect lots of individuals will be rope dropping those two rides when they get to the parks. Now, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is part of Lightning Lane Multi-Pass service, where Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind offers a Lightning Lane Single Pass. When packing for your spring break trip to Disney World, it's important to bring the right essentials to ensure you're ready for anything. You likely don't want to make multiple trips a day between your hotel and the parks due to the crowds, which often means longer wait times for Disney transportation. So you want to make sure that you've thought it through and have everything you need before you leave. Here are some of the must-have items to pack for your trip. Central Florida weather can be unpredictable. Yes, even in March and April. So it's important to pack clothing that will keep you comfortable in different weather conditions. During the day, you can usually expect temperatures to reach the mid-80s. So lightweight, breathable clothing is a must. You should also pack a hat, sunglasses, and sunscreen to protect yourself from the sun's rays. In the evenings, temperatures can drop to the mid-60s. So it's a good idea to pack a light jacket or sweater to have on hand, or a Disney Spirit jersey. It's also a good idea to pack rain gear, including a poncho or umbrella, as rain showers are common during the spring months. When spending the day at Disney World parks, there are a few essentials you should bring with you to ensure that you have a comfortable and enjoyable experience. These include comfortable shoes. You'll be doing a lot of walking, so it's important to wear comfortable shoes that provide good support. Pack a pair that you're used to walking long distance in, and be sure you have comfortable socks to go with them. Your trip to Disney World is not the time to break in a brand new pair of shoes you've never worn before. Staying hydrated is important, especially in the Florida sun. So we recommend bringing a refillable water bottle, and if you can, bring one for each member of your family. There are water fountains and water refill stations throughout all 4 Disney theme parks. Bringing a water bottle with you means you can save yourself $3.50 every time you're thirsty because you don't need to purchase bottled water. With all the videos and photos you'll likely be taking, and constantly checking your phone using the My Disney Experience app to keep track of your plans, your phone battery can drain quickly. Bring a portable charger to keep your phone charged throughout the day. And of course, bringing all of these essentials, you're going to need a backpack or a bag. A larger bag can come in handy for storing any souvenirs, along with all these park essentials. Now, we have a complete video right here on YouTube that lists the 17 park essentials we take with us on every trip, and we link to it down in the description below. There certainly isn't a shortage of places to eat in Disney World, especially over spring break. With over 200 restaurants to choose from and other snack locations, you likely won't find yourself hungry at any point during your spring break. But that doesn't mean that dining in Disney World is easy with the massive park crowds. When planning your spring break trip to Walt Disney World, it's important to know what table service restaurants you want to eat at months before you even set foot in the parks. Advanced dining reservations can be made up to 60 days before your trip. And if you're staying at a Disney hotel, guests can make them 60 days in advance of their arrival date, plus the length of their stay. It's important to set a reminder on your calendar for the day dining reservations open up for you so that you can go online and make your reservations as early as possible. In our experience, dining reservations usually open up somewhere between 6 and 7 a.m. that morning. In our experience, we often have more success booking the dining reservations we want using the My Disney Experience app rather than the web-based version of Disney's website. But if you have multiple devices, why not use both of them? That way you can ensure you get the reservations you want before everybody else. However, keep in mind that some restaurants may require a credit card to hold the reservation, and there may be a cancellation fee for no-shows or cancellations made less than 2 hours in advance. Be sure to check the specific policies for each restaurant when making your reservations. And when it comes to Disney World's quick service restaurants, you can also benefit from planning ahead. When you're in the parks, we recommend choosing to eat at places that offer mobile ordering through the My Disney Experience app. This feature also allows you to order and pay for your food in advance, so you can skip the line and pick up your food when it's ready. Just keep in mind that even mobile ordering pickup windows can book up when the parks are busy, so consider ordering before everyone in the park is ready to eat for a later pickup time. So that way you don't have to deal with any hangry family members when it's time to eat. Now, one of the easiest ways to save money on food at Walt Disney World is to be smart about where and what you eat. For example, opting to eat a quick service restaurant instead of a table service restaurant during your trip will save you a lot of money. And you may even want to consider sharing meals with your family since the portion sizes can be large. Or purchase a kid's meal from a quick service restaurant as an easy way to save money and still fuel up for your park day. Another easy way to save money on food is to opt for snacks instead of full meals, since many of the snacks in the parks are large and less costly. Or you can bring your own snacks and drinks so you don't have to spend any money on these staples. Yes, Disney allows you to bring in food items as well as drinks, just no alcoholic beverages, and you're not allowed to bring any glass bottles. So we often bring dry snacks in resealable bags or bring some breakfast bars or Cliff Bars. That way we can eat them earlier in the day when the parks are less busy and we're going from ride to ride, and then opt for maybe a sit-down lunch or a quick service dinner. Because let's be honest, you're going to need to break at some point and want to sit down to eat a meal. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that we pack all these snacks with us before we fly down to Walt Disney World. If you're staying at a Disney World resort, you can have groceries delivered directly to your hotel room. Now, several services and apps allow this, like Instacart or even things like DoorDash or Uber Eats. This can be a great way to save money on snacks, drinks, and even meals during your stay. Just be sure to check with your hotel to see if there are any restrictions on what you can have delivered. Let's face it, Disney World can be pretty expensive, especially during peak times like spring break. However, we have some money-saving tips that you can utilize. That way you don't break the bank during your spring break trip to Walt Disney World. One way to save money on Disney World tickets and accommodations during spring break is to look for package deals. Many travel agencies and websites offer package deals that include tickets, accommodations, and sometimes even meals. These deals can save you a lot of money compared to purchasing everything separately. Now, Heidi and I are not travel advisors. That's why we've partnered with Mouse Fan Travel. They are the official travel partners of Eat, Sleep, Disney. We book all our Disney trips with Mouse Fan Travel, and you can take advantage of the same great deals and promotions using our link down in the description below. Now, Mouse Fan Travel will be able to book you on Disney hotels, and they're also able to book you on offsite hotels. And for some individuals, staying at an offsite hotel can save them money. Many offsite hotels offer free shuttle services to parks, and some even offer complimentary breakfast. Oftentimes, offsite hotels are less expensive than Disney World hotels at a similar level. And some have the same Disney Resort guest perks, like early theme park entry and extended evening theme park hours. Just check with the hotel before you book to see if they qualify. While we are fans of staying on-site and highly recommend first-time visitors going to Disney World consider staying on-site, we do recognize that Disney hotels are usually more expensive than off-site hotels. However, the additional costs come with all those benefits. So if you're comparing hotels, one rule of thumb we suggest is if that off-site hotel doesn't save you more than $150 per night, then just opt for a comparable Disney hotel. Or if you're considering a moderate off-site hotel, save money and stay at a value resort on Disney property. That way you can take advantage of things such as free Disney transportation as well as early park entry. Another suggestion we have, especially when the parks are busy, is to forego purchasing a park hopper ticket. Park hopping, or visiting multiple parks in one day, can be very expensive. Disney World park hopping tickets usually start around $188 per day, which is $80 more than the base price of a one park, one day ticket. To save money, plan to visit one park per day. This will also give you more time to explore each park and fully enjoy all the attractions. Did you know that you can purchase Disney gift cards for less at Sam's Club and Target? It's actually true. So plan your Disney World vacation budget in advance and then you can head to the store. Target Red Card members can save 5% off Disney gift cards, and Sam's Club or BJ's Wholesale Clubs offers some discounts for members as well. Now you can use these gift cards to pay for your park tickets, your hotel room, and food at the park, which can add up to significant savings over the course of your trip. Using gift cards is also an easy way to allocate spending money to your children. You can buy gift cards in certain amounts and give them to your children and tell them that's what they have to buy souvenirs or any gifts they want. That way you don't have to worry about giving them money or having them run off and use their magic band and rack up quite a bill. But of course, those are just some of our money saving tips. In fact, right here on YouTube, we have a look at the 22 best ways to save money when going to Walt Disney World. These tips have literally saved us thousands of dollars in our countless times going to Disney World. From insider secrets to getting Disney World tickets for less, how to eat in the parks for half the cost, and more. We cover everything in that video. That way you're one step ahead of everyone else in the parks, and your next trip is truly unforgettable.